So I wanted to tap into the guidance for the month of April, and this month is a month of unfolding and new possibilities was what came through. And so I encourage you to step on your path and move forward in ways that maybe you've held yourself back before. I know this is present for me in my life. Look around in nature, you see all the plants and flowers. They are blooming, they are opening up. Follow the ways of nature. Allow yourself to be opened up in ways that you have never opened up before. The consciousness that's unfolding within you will allow for new perspectives to be seen, felt, and heard in a way that you haven't experienced life before. These new ways are meant to carry you into the future that was designed for all of us to enjoy as this new earth is unfolding. Let the path unfold and don't be afraid to step forward and make decisions in your life that may lead you, in some ways you may feel astray, but it's not straying, it's actually designed for you. It's meant to lead you on this path. Yes, it may mean leaving old things behind for the new adventures that are meant to unfold for you. Be cautious as the wind may blow. Don't let it deceive you. Stick to your path and your journey, and you will know what is right for you. Take the steps one by one as they unfold, and it leads you forward on your path. Don't be afraid, don't be afraid, don't be afraid. This journey was meant for you, is meant to expand through you. And you need to step forward on your path in order to experience all the things that were meant for you in this life. Many of you are holding yourselves back out of fear, out of anger, out of frustration. But these are just emotions that are meant to pass through you and not to be the guide and the determining factor that helps you make decisions. Those are just emotions that are meant to pass through you. They're not meant to be a part of you. So separate yourself from those emotions if you want to see your path more clearly, so you can step on it a little more quickly and begin to inherit the things that were left for you, this design, this path in life. You will know which answers are the right ones, which directions to take. Don't be afraid to step forward. This is part of the life that is designed for you, to step forward on your path and allow yourself to be opened up in new ways. Expand, 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 expand beyond what you have known to be. Be in the space within yourself that allows for more expansion and awareness. This intuitive message from Divine Source to you to allow a little bit more space in your life as we spring forward in this new season that is unfolding for us. Welcome back, welcome here. Thank you for being here today, and I'm so happy to have you. Kind of brings me back to the idea of awareness, and awareness has been on my mind a lot lately. I've had some things going on in my personal life that have been encouraging me to bring more awareness into certain areas of my life, and there's a lot of tools available to us on our path to help us open ourselves up and move past old ways of being and old patterns and belief systems and allow for new things to come in. This idea of creating space, again, is present here with me today in this very moment. And I know that this is present for many of you if you're tapping into this stream of consciousness that you are with me here today. And so there's a few things that I wanted to mention as tools and practical ways that we can help move ourselves along. And one thing that comes to mind is just this idea of creating more space. Like, how can we create more space in our life? And when I think of space, I think of like my physical environment, the one that I'm sitting in now with you here today. And something that I like to do is I like to clear the space that I'm living in. And there are energies that can hang out, whether we're conscious of them or not. They can hang out in a space a little past their due date. And so I like to use different herbs to help cleanse the space. There's a little for you, a little for the space. And I just like to clear the space a little bit. I know people will use things like sage or Palo Santo or all different kinds of things, but you can use everyday herbs. Herbs have a wonderful healing and cleansing properties built right into them. You can get them from the grocery store and dry them out. You can even use dried herbs. I've used things like dried rosemary before. What I just showed you, what I just burned, that's mullein. That's what this is. Beautiful mullein. And mullein is really good for the lungs. And the lungs can hold and carry grief. All of us go through periods of grief in our lives. I've moved through, and I'm still moving through on some levels, a period of grief for me now. And mullein called to me. This plant called to me from across a field. It told me its name. It said, "Come close, draw me near." And I did. I didn't even know what it was, actually. The plant spoke to me and called me to it. But mullein is so good for the lungs, and so it's something that I've been called to use to help kind of energetically clear the space, to help me clear the grief out. So many of us are still holding patterns of grief and overwhelm from 2020 and beyond. It could be from our childhood. It could be from things going on in our current personal lives. It could be because of the politics that are going on, the environment. There's a never-ending list as to the things that could be contributing to the grief that we're going through. But I encourage you to use things like that. Use some plants and herbs within your own environment, ones that call to you, like a plant ally. Some people like to call them plant allies. And we can call on the energetics of those plants at any time. We don't actually even have to have them within our physical space. We can just call on the energetics of them, and they can come in to help us. But this idea of becoming more aware and creating more space for ourselves and becoming more mindful, there's a lot of mindfulness practices that are available to us. There's free apps like the Insight Timer. I've used that one over the years, and it's really great. There's some wonderful free meditations on there. I do have a book. I started to practice yoga about 10 years ago, and the wonderful, wonderful teacher that I had, she's an Ayurvedic practitioner, so she helps people with health issues and uses Ayurveda, it's yoga's sister science, to help alleviate discomfort and dis-ease symptoms. But she introduced me to Dr. Lod, and Dr. Lod helped bring Ayurveda to the West. He set up a school in New Mexico. But this book, Strands of Eternity, it's got this beautiful cover. It's really kind of a book of poetry. It's a book that his students put together about his teachings. And he talked a lot about consciousness and emotions and things that we can do to help balance our systems. That's really what Ayurveda is about. It's about helping to create balance within us. And there's even one passage in here that talks about not being able to squeeze juice, like from a piece of fruit, not being able to squeeze juice from an unripe mango. And it's talking about emotions and how emotions have to ripen in order for them to be released. We have to call them to the surface. We have to acknowledge them. And I'd like to think about that analogy a lot in life, is that we have to wait for the perfect moment, for divine timing sometimes. And this is a reminder that we're never late, we're always on time. and that there's a greater timeline happening beyond the one that maybe we want or we desire for. And so allowing emotions like grief to surface and come through us so that we can enjoy the spring, right? The new spring that is unfolding around us at every moment. Those things can be enjoyed again because we have let go of those old emotions. But we don't have to force things to happen because there's a higher divine timeline. Think about that time of year where you live, where whatever kind of fruit grows in your environment. In the area of the country that I live in, people wait for things like peaches and citrus fruit. Even strawberries. We have a season for strawberries here as well. And you want to wait for that perfect moment to come. For that perfect moment where you can pick that fruit from the vine and you bite into it and it is juicy and perfect in every way, and it just kind of melts in your mouth, and the flavor profile is the best that it could possibly be. And that's because the timing is just right to pick that fruit. And so sometimes we have to wait for that perfect timing to unfold for us and understand that there's a higher divine timeline, this golden thread that is being woven through our lives. So use this as an encouragement to step on your path and to let things unfold as they will. But we can't always allow for these things to happen and unfold if we're not conscious and aware and willing to be on that path. So let this be an encouragement for you to continue on your path today, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.